Hi everyone, my name is Sheila Peters and welcome to my Stretch Body Awareness class. Today we're going to start with our legs folded in front of us, our right leg in front, and make sure that the divine flesh is out. And sitting up nice and tall, we're just going to take some leans to the side. So we're bending our elbow down, we're keeping our hip down, and we're just going from one side to the other and allowing that side body to get a little action. And our lower spine, reach. Let's take 2 more sets, letting that head be loose. Maybe you can get a little lower each time. And last set, over and over. Excellent, come up right. Now let's add an arm. So now we're gonna really increase that stretch to the side. Coming up and over and reach to the side. We're gonna keep going. And over, just trying to sort of wake up, get the body moving, lift. We're still keeping both hips on the floor, up and over, and we have 1 more set. Let that head go. Don't let the shoulders lift up towards the ears as you take this. Excellent. Up and over, coming up right. Now let's take a little twist. So we're going to take our hands, put one hand in front of the ankle there, and just allow the back hand to help twist you there. And again to the other side. So we're sort of exploring different ways to move that lower spine. And as we move that lower spine, it affects the upper spine and the head. Here's our 3rd set. Twisting and twist. Good. And once more. And twisting and twist. Now let's see if we can add to that. So we're going to put the hand there, lift up, reach that arm up, raising the hand here, and reach to the back. So you get a little bit more of a twist there. Shift the hand, lift up, and reach to the back. Repeat, breathing, lift, up, and open. Feel the twist in the spine, but also now you're getting a little opening in the chest as well. Lift, up, and breathe. It gets a little easier each time. Up, over, and breathe. And let's take that once more. Lift, up and across, and lift up and across. Excellent. Let's switch legs that are in front there, just to give our legs a little chance to do something different, and then get the divine flesh out from underneath us. And let's start over to the left. So we're going to twist, hand goes on the knee there, other hands on the floor, and we're going to drop our head down, again, keeping our hips on the floor. So we're opening up the upper spine here. And come up. And let's take 4 of those in each direction. So we're dropping down, stretching through that spine, head goes down, lift and up. We're specifically targeting the upper spine, neck area, and lift up. And 1 more time, curve it over. And lift it back up. Shifting to the other side, hand, knee, twist. Keep the spine long, and then curve the upper spine over to open up the upper spine area here. Lift and up. And you might find that one side feels a little bit more tender than the other, because that's going to reflect what we habitually do in our normal everyday movement. So it's good to stretch out both sides and repeat that and curve it. And come up right. Let's go back over to the first side. Now we're going to curve, put our hand that was on the knee out and reach our arms out a little bit farther and see if you can curve over even more. So not only are we stretching through that upper back area, we're going to start to get a little bit more on that side back area. Still the hips stay down. And roll up. Roll it down. Sliding hands out. And roll it up. And roll it down, and breathing back up. We have 1 more, and roll it down, and breathe it back up. Excellent. Let's go to the other side. Hands, set yourself up, and then hands come down as you roll the head down, and roll it back up. Repeat 3 more times. Roll it down, both hips stay on the floor, and roll back up. 2 more. Roll it down. Hands can go down on the floor, maybe a little farther out. And roll back up. And once more. Roll it out and down. And roll it back up. Excellent. Let's bring our legs together as we come to the center and just come out right with those legs and a little space between them, divine flesh out from underneath. And we're going to just roll the legs in and out. So just as we started basically with the spine and then got into the neck, the upper part of the spine, we're just rotating in the hips, which are connected to the lower spine, and in and out. Let's come into a flex and repeat that. So we're sitting up tall and just feeling the action in those hips and how those hips connect up to that whole spinal area in the lumbar spine. Good. And open, let's circle the feet all the way around. We're going to take 3 more all the way around. So you're thinking of the big toe as the leader or the pencil drawing this circle. And now as we reverse it, we're thinking of the little toe as being the pencil that draws the circle. We have 2 more circling around. Beautiful. And once more around and stay. And just shake that out. Okay, let's bring the legs close together. Get our feet into a point. Make sure the divine flesh is out from underneath us. And this time we're going to take a side stretch like we did before, but we're going to lift the hip off. Inhale. Now press the hip down and try and keep the upper arm where it is. So you're now really expanding the stretch through that side body. Lift up. Inhale. Exhale. And reach. Good. And lift it up. Breathe in. Exhale. And reach. Way out there. And lift it up. Good. And press it down. Excellent. Bring the arm down, come up. Let's take it to the other side. So we're sort of doing a nice little undulation over to the other side. Feet are pointed. We're in a parallel position. Breathing in as the hip comes up and press it down. And breathe it up. Inhale and press it down. 2 more. Really trying to increase that stretch in that lower side body, hip area. Good. And once more. Lift it up. Excellent. And come down. Now, instead of undulating up, let's swing forward. We're trying to engage the crease in the front of our hips to reach out over our legs as we hold our abdominals in. And we're just taking a nice smooth stretch out. So we're saying hi to some other parts of our body, including our lower spine, but you're going to get a little maybe reach or action in those hamstrings. So now from here, let's repeat that and take it in with a flexed foot. So you're going to definitely feel a little bit more action in the backs of the legs there. And folding from the hips, reaching around and out. And we have just 1 more in each direction. Breathe. Really feeling that fold, warming up that lower spine. Reach out. Breathe. And come to the side. And come upright. Good. Shake those legs out. Let's fold them underneath us. And if this is an uncomfortable position for you, perhaps you can sit on a pillow or you have a bolster. So we're going to increase that side stretch that we've been doing by bringing our hand down, reach the arms up. And now we're going to push our hips up and out over to the left a little bit. So you can feel more of that arc that we created before. And come down. Let's take it to the other side. Lift up, hips. Arm pushing hips out to the side. More of that side torso stretch. Down and reach and lift. You also, if you have issues with the knees, you could put some extra padding under your knees as you take this. We're going to take 2 more sets in each direction. So we're going to press way up there. Feel that increased lengthening that happens through the side body. Lift and reach, letting that head be loose. And come down once more in each direction. Reach it. Good. And come down. And reach it. Way out there. It might feel much more comfortable at this last time. Let's put our hands on our hips and lift upright. And come down. And lift upright. And come down. Repeat it. Lift up. And come down. Good. 1 more time. Lift up. and come down. Excellent. Let's now shoot our hips to the side and come up and over and put our hips down to the side. Now this, once again, is going to reinforce that little lower hip connecting into the lower spine area. It also is sort of a calmer for the body. Up and over. Good. And up and over. Let's swing around and go onto our hands and knees. And let's work right directly on that lower back. We're engaging the abdominals. And we're just going to do some cats and cows. Try to keep your feet pointed. Sometimes we let our feet sickle in when we do this. Try to keep them in a straight line there so your feet are more or less pointed. So from here, deep breath in. As we exhale, we're curving that lower back up to the ceiling as the hips go towards your head and head goes to your hips. Push through the hips and feel the journey into your cow. Repeat, roll it, letting that lower back come up to the ceiling, trying to breathe in some flexibility here into that whole spine, rippling through the spine, shoulders are down. And two more, roll it and lift and push through and arc. And last time, roll it, lift it up, push it through and into your cow. Good. Now let's come back to a neutral spine, curl the toes under, and we're going to just push back with our hips, making our back stay more or less straight, and we're pushing with the arms. And then just rock forward from there. Keeping those toes curled so we get a little stretch through the bottom of the foot as we go to the back. And then as we go to the front, we're sort of doing some more action through those hips. Push it back. And come into a forward lunge, more or less. And then back. Good. And come forward. Let's go all the way back. And now bring our hands closer and we're going to roll through the feet. So we're going to get a little action in the lower legs, into the Achilles, and maybe your lower back. You'll feel this. And then come forward and really press through those toes. So you're stretching the lower part of your legs and into the instep, the bottom of the feet. Roll and press it back. Good. And roll it to the front. And last time. Press it to the back, really reach back with those hips. Good. And roll to the front. Now we're going to come to a neutral position, bring the hands even closer, and we're going to slowly straighten the legs as much as we can, sending the hips up, folding from the crease in the front of the hips, and drop the heads down, shaking that head out. No. Shake it, yes. Repeat, shake it, no. And shake it, yes. Still keeping your weight forward so that you're not on the heels. You're getting increasing stretch in hamstring. Let's take some circles with the top of our head, like we're a pendulum. We're going in one direction, trying to open up and release through that neck, and then stop the circle and go in the opposite direction. Keep breathing, feeling the folds in the hip flexors. Good. From here, bend the knees, and we're going to roll up through our spine. So we're engaging abdominals, trying to really roll up through the spine, one vertebra at a time, and come all the way up. Good. Get a little shake there. And we're going to work more with the feet and sort of moving through those lower legs. So we're going to peel the heel off that front foot, point that foot, and reach to the front, and then move our heel down, our waist between legs. And we're going to just sort of transfer weight from the front by bending that front leg, bending both legs, transfer, back leg will be back, front will be straight. Moving through space. Pushing through, you'll feel a stretch in the back of the leg there. Coming back in, shifting your weight. Just playing with balancing by moving from one leg support to the other. And let's take once more and move it to the front. Good. Keeping the shoulders right on top of the hips so this whole part of your body is one block. come upright. Let's peel off through the foot, the back leg, come to the toes, and then step forward and take it to the opposite direction. So here we go. We're bending to the front, pushing back, and letting our weight go to the back leg. Push through space. Straighten the back leg, feel the stretch in there. Achilles on that leg that's behind you, and come back. 2 more. Moving through space. It should feel like you're kind of floating in the ocean. And come back. Good. And push through to the front. And come back. Excellent. Let's come up right and then peel off that back foot. Come to the toe and bring that foot towards the other one. Let's rotate and turn around. We're going to go back in a slightly different positioning here. So we're going to again start with that front leg. Peel the heel off. Come to the toe. Step forward. Good. From here, we're going to go into a flat back. So now we're starting to engage the flat back and hamstrings. And come upright. Now we're going to bend the back leg and flex that front foot. So we're getting a deeper stretch in the Achilles here. Come straight legs. Hands are on your head. Flat over. All the way up. Good. And come up, bend the back leg and flex that front foot. 2 more. Coming up right, flat back, weights between the legs here, really feeling that stretch on that front leg, good. Bend the knee and flex, good. Come back upright, we have 1 more on this direction, and flat, way up there, good. Coming up, bend the back leg and flex it. Good. Come to a straight leg position, peel that back foot off, come to the toe, bring it forward, and put your weight between the legs. We're going into a flat back. Now we feel the stretch in the hamstring on the other leg, really lengthening out. Good, and up. Bend the back leg and flex the front one. Coming to an upright position, you're trying to think of your tailbone to the top of your head as one long line. You don't want to break that line. And come upright. And leaning back into that back leg as the foot comes up. 2 more. Coming up, right. Flat back over. Each time you go into this flat back, you're getting a bit more of a stretch on that hamstring. And coming back, we're getting more of a stretch on the Achilles. Same leg. And come upright. Here we go. So we're reaching out to that flat back. Good. Coming upright, bend and flex that front foot. Good. Coming to an upright position, weights between the legs, peel off the back foot, going into the toes and bring the legs together. Good. And come around to face the other direction. Let's come back to the spine and do a little bit more spine work. So we're going to drop the head down, chin to the chest, opening up the back of the neck, and come back up. Repeat, just the head, so the upper spine and the neck area is getting a stretch, an increased stretch. Drop it down and come upright. And last time, drop it down and come upright. Now you're going to wrap your hands around your waist and we're going to allow the head to lead and we're just moving through the upper spine. Anything below where your hands are is not moving. So we're trying to do a little stretch through your spine, piecemeal on piecemeal, and roll down. And come back up. We have 2 more. Making sure that you're not hyperextending the legs. You got a straight leg coming from the front of the leg, not the back of the leg. And roll. And come up. Now we're going to allow ourselves to go through that lower spine. So release the arms and we're going to go through the head, above the waist, and we're going to roll down to our lower backs and bend our knees at the same time so we don't put too much pressure in that lower back. You start to feel some opening there in that lower back. Straighten the legs and roll up. 3 more. Head above the waist, bend the knees, feel that lower back getting a stretch. You're holding onto your abdominals and roll, coming back upright. And lift. 2 more. And roll the head above the waist. Bend the knees. coming so that you're engaging that lower back, but you're still holding onto the abdominals, which will protect that lower back. And come upright, nice and slow. And last time, roll it above the waist, bend the knees, curve through that lower back. Good. And come all the way up. Of course, now we're going to go all the way down. And if you need to bend your knees even more, you can. So we're rolling through above the waist, bend the knees, go through that lower back, and now continue down and try and then flatten out and fold from the hips there. So you're hanging right from those hip bones there. Again, that head is loose. Straightening the legs as you roll back up, engaging the abdominals and going through that whole process. So we're really trying to wriggle through that spine and open it up. Open up the spaces in between the vertebra above the waist, bend the knees. Keep going. Go into that hip hinging position there, making sure that head is loose and your shoulders are loose. Coming back up, rolling through the spine. So you're trying to really open up between the bones of that whole spinal column. We have two more. And breathe. Head above the waist, bend the knees, moving through that lower spine, switching so that you go into that hip flexor, fold, drop down, roll back up, breathe, holding onto the abdominals, coming through that spine. You should feel like there's a lot more space in between the vertebrae, and it may feel less tight, less congested. Rolling down, bend, come all the way down, hanging. Let it just really hang there. And then roll back up. Excellent. Coming all the way up. Now we're going to take a roll down and go into a plank position. So we do the same thing that we've been doing above the waist. Here we go. Bend the knees, come down. And we're going to come all the way down. We've got a fold in the hip there. Walk out. Curl the toes. And then here you are, keeping the derriere in line with the floor. You don't want to stick it up. Good. Let's bring the knees down, toes release, and then press forward with hips. Bring the elbows bending. We're doing a modified push-up here. And then come up, press, keeping the elbows close to the ribs there. Curl the toes under and come back into your plank. So we're holding on to our abdominals. This is some abdominal work. And then down, toes unfurl, elbows go into that hand position as you lower the upper body and then push through the hands, curl the toes under, holding onto your core. We're going to do two more of these. If you need to modify, you can. Knees come down, toes release, elbows come close to the ribs, pressing down, pushing through the hands. You're going to feel that in your arms. Curl the toes under and come into your plank, holding onto the core. And last time, knees down, toes release, and elbows go down by your ribs. Push up, come back into your plank and hold. Now from here, stick the derriere and the hips up to the ceiling, and you can adjust your feet there. Here we are in a down dog. You're going to feel the spine long, and you're going to get more of a stretch through the hamstrings. Let's do this lift with the heels. So again, we're stretching through the Achilles, and then as we press the hips down, the heels down, the hips go up more, so you're getting more of a stretch in the back of the legs. Let's repeat that. Lift up and press down. Lift up. Good. And press down. Lift it up. Breathing. And press down. And once more, lift it up. Excellent. And press down, pushing those hips up, heels down. Excellent. Come back through and go into the ball of foot. Let's come back to the knee position and just sit back and sit up tall. We're going to work through the shoulders. So we have forward, lift, back, and down with both shoulders at the same time. Forward, lift, back, and down. Two more. Forward, lift, back, and down. Once more. Front, lift, back, reverse it. Going to the back, lift it up to the front and down. Push to the back, lift, front, and down. 2 more, back, lift, front, and last time, and push. The back, lift, and front, and down. Let's clasp our hands together, bring them into your chest, inhale, exhale. Now we're going to push the arms out at our chest level and see if we can bring our shoulders forward and open up through between the shoulder blades there. Good. Open the arms out, grab a hold of the hands behind, deep breath in. Now we're pushing the hands out, bringing the shoulders back, squeezing the shoulder blades together to get a little more opening in the front of the chest, the collarbone, neck area. Let's take that once more. Coming in, bring the hands into the chest as you clasp them. Inhale, exhale, push out, reach. Really opening up the shoulders and the back of the shoulders and the between the shoulder blades. Arms out, bring the hands together. Inhale, exhale, and open. Excellent. Good, and release. Now let's roll down through our spine. We're going to inch out along the mat, and we're going to continue to do a little bit of that opening in the upper chest area. So hands are going to come down to your rib cage. Your feet are pointed and they're straight. Try not to let those feet sickle there. And taking a deep breath in. As we exhale, we're going to push with the hands and lift up. Now your hips can come off the floor. We're getting into an exaggerated arc in that back. Good. And then roll down, nice and slow, gives you a little arm work, but also you're feeling some tension in the abdomen, so you're getting some action there, and also working on your back. Head release, breathe in. Exhale, push, lift, and up. See if you can exaggerate that position. And come down, release, and let the body flow to the floor. 2 more, inhale. Exhale, pushing, lift, up, and reach. Maybe you're much farther up. Getting more of an arc in that spine. Coming down, your elbows are still at your rib area. It's reflecting that push-up that we did earlier. Head down, last time, inhale. Exhale, push, lift, and up. Let's hold this for a moment. Really feeling that stretch. Shoulders are down, elbows are slightly bent. And then rolling back down. Good. And let's push back into a child's pose and ease out through that spine and that rolling back. Good. Rolling back up once more. Okay, I'm going to move a little bit closer to the middle of my mat. And we're going to take some twists with that upper body. Again, trying to open up and build on what we just did. And you can be in this position or you can be sitting on a bolster with your legs out to the side. But we're going to take the back hand and put it onto the outside of your front knee. And we're going to reach, lift up. Using the pressure of this hand, we're going to reach and try to get that hand all the way back to the back toe. And bring the arm up, open, and down. We're going to take it 4 times in each direction, so each time you're going to be expanding that, twisting and opening in the shoulders and the upper chest area as you put your hand down towards the back toe. Lift up, and your head is going to follow, and we've got 2 more. Lift up, breathe, feel that stretch. Each time you may find you get a little more of an opening and twist, and lift up, open, and come down. Let's take that once more. Lift it up, breathe, all the way to the back. Excellent. And come up, lift, and come to the front. Now, as you sit here, you may now feel like this whole side is opened up more and this one's still closed up. So let's change that for you. So your front hand's going to the outside of the back leg. We're reaching that back arm up. Pressing against that knee, arcing, and this first time might not be as easy as it felt on the last one on the other side. And we're going to touch that back toe. Lift up and come to the front. We're breathing up. On the effort, the exhalation as we go to the back. There we go. And breathing up, opening through that shoulder and that upper torso, collarbone area. 2 more. Lift, breathe, feel that twist. It should be getting a little bit easier to do, feeling your hand going all the way to the back toe, Opposite toe is the side we're going to. And then come to the front, and we have one more. Lift it up, breathe, twist, reach, all the way to the back. Good, and up, lift, and come to the front. And you should feel like there's a little bit more opening, a little more play, flexibility through this part of your chest and upper back. All right, let's sit down now, and we're gonna make a 90-90 position. So we've got the right leg in front here. It's doing a nice 90-degree position here, and your back leg is doing the same. Make sure that you're not closing up that back foot so that it's less than 90 degrees. We really want it to be 90-90. Your weight will be more on that front leg. There may be some space between the hip and the leg there on that left side. So we're going to start working with this hip. We're going to push and twist towards the right. You can use your hands to help you. So we're opening up the hip flexors there. Shoulders are down. Now we're going to push that hip back and allow the torso to go in the opposite direction. And we're pushing as far back as we can, which oftentimes people think feels like it's a wrong position, that your hips can't do that, but they can. And here we go to the front. Good. Feeling that full spinal twist as we go to the front. And push it to the front. All the way around, shoulders are down. See how far you can get. Maybe you think of that back elbow, that back shoulder going towards the back toe. And come down. So we're really creating a spiral arc there through our spine, starting from our hips, all the way up and around. Good. And come back and allow it to come back to the back position. Come back to neutral. Bring the leg forward and just sit for a second and notice how that hip feels compared to the one we haven't worked with. You might feel like you're sort of longer on this side. So let's take it to the other side, setting ourselves up nice and carefully. And again, your weight's more on this front leg. Hand can be on the hip, it doesn't have to be. You're gonna push that hip and spiral. And you can move your hands in any way that is going to help you there. Thinking of the back shoulder going towards that back foot. And then coming back down and allowing the torso to be led by that hip as it goes to the back. Push forward, breathe. All the way to the back. Good. And come back in, pushing the hip to the back side. Two more. Push through that hip. You notice that this is really turning into an undulation, a journey from hip all the way through that back shoulder in that spiral, and come down to the back. Last time. Push it up, around, and to the back. Really opening up there. Good. And come back down and push to the back, allowing the hip to really go as far as it can. Come back to neutral, and now swing the legs front. And now check that out. How does that feel? Do you feel like both are nice and equal in terms of their length? We're going to go back into that first side, setting ourselves up. We're going to increase the stretch through the hip here. So we're going to move that hip forward. We're going to allow the hands to come down, and you're leaning a little bit forward into your hands, feeling that hip opening up. And without letting the rest of the body go, we're going to just drop the hip back. And then we're going to push it forward to increase that spiral. And you may find you can twist a little bit more. Repeat. Drop it back. Breathe. And then push and increase the spiral. So we're opening up even more. Release. Good. And push and spiral. And last time. Release. So you're going to find that you're working your glutes some. And push and spiral. So you've really twisted so much that this hip flexor can get a deep, deep stretch. Good. Come back down to neutral and then bring the legs forward. Again, check to see if you got a little more lopsidedness because this side has gotten more stretched out, and then we'll take it to the other side and even you out. So here we are, setting ourselves up, and we're pushing that hip forward, coming to our spiral, and then the hand comes down, and you continue to spiral by pushing that hip forward. Maintaining this position for everything except for the hip. We're going to drop that hip back. It's a little motion, and then push and make it go forward. And release it, breathing, and Increase the stretch going forward in that spiral. Repeat. And release the hip back a little bit. Push it and spiral, increasing that spiral. And once more, release it, breathing, good. And push it and spiral. Excellent. Come back to a neutral position and then bring the legs forward and just, again, check in. Does it feel even? And do a little wiggling here from side to side on those hips. All right, we're going to get into doing some hamstring work here. So our feet are slightly apart here and they're in parallel with the knees going straight up to the ceiling. And we've got the feet pointed. We take the divine flesh out, bring the arms up. And let's just take a fold forward from those hips. We've worked with that hip flexor quite a bit, so we know where it is. And we're just reaching out. And we're going to pretend that somebody grabs our arm to stretch our arms and our spine on a diagonal line a little bit. So here we go with the right. They're grabbing our wrist and stretching us. So we might feel like we're lengthening out more over the legs. And reach, feet stay pointed. Let's repeat that. Breathe and reach. And breathe and reach. We've got 2 more sets. Here we go. Breathe and reach. Good. And here we go to the left. And last set. Feel that length. Way out there, legs stay straight, or if you need to bend them slightly, you can. Out. Good. Coming back to your neutral position with both arms out there and come upright. Now we're going to go into that flat back once again and fold our bodies over from that hip flexion area and drop the hands down and lower the spine over. Now our spine has gotten very warmed up and we've done some work on our hamstrings, but now we're really focusing on those hamstrings. So we're going to take 4 deep breaths. Our feet are still pointed, head is loose. Here we go, deep breath in. As we exhale, inch those fingers out and see if you can lower the body a little bit more. Breathe in. Exhale, reach those fingers out and lengthen and drop over. Making sure that head is loose, you're not holding tension in it. 2 more, inhale. Exhale, fold and reach the hands out. Lengthening the torso along the legs. And last time, deep breath in. Exhale and reach. Feet are still pointed. Shake that head out, shimmy the shoulders a little bit, and then wiggle the hips, and you may find that you get a little farther over. Excellent. And now let's slowly walk our hands into us as we roll up through the spine. We all know how to do that. We just did that when we were standing. And then beat the legs out. We're going to take the same thing in a flex position, which is going to increase the stretch in the hamstrings. So divine flesh is out from underneath. Reach the arms up. And let's flex our hands. And we're going to take a deep breath up and reach out to that diagonal position once again. So our feet and hands are flexed. Now this time our friend is going to grab our left wrist and pull it. So again, we're doing a similar motion as we did when our feet were pointed and our hands were straight. But we're trying to just increase the lengthening that we're doing. Here we are on the left again. And right. We got 2 more. And to the left, shoulder stays down. So we're trying to keep a long, straight, flat line with our spine, folding at the hip flexors, increasing the stretch in the hamstring. And reach. Way out there. Good. And out. Good. Come back to neutral position. Shoulders are down. Feel that length that you're creating through both the heels and the palms of the hands. And then come upright. Good. Let's make the hands be normal. Keep the feet flexed. Lift up. And we're going to do a full fold over, but we're going through that flat back position and trying to line up our torso on the legs. Hands come down. Feet stay flexed. Heads go down. Shake that head out. Make sure it's really down. Chin to the chest. Shoulders shimmy and lower hips move. Okay, let's take 4 deep breaths. Here we go. Deep breath in. Exhale, reach the hands out, lengthening out through that body. Repeat. Inhale. Exhale and reach. 2 more. Inhale.
Exhale as you inch the hands out a little bit more, lengthening through that spine, feeling the stretch that happens in the hamstrings. Maybe your legs start wiggling a little bit, and if you need to, you can always have your knees bent, but you're folding from the hip flexors. And last time, deep breath in, exhale, and really reach those arms out, making sure that head is loose. And just give yourself a little wiggle through the whole body. Shake it and see if that helps you to get a little farther over to increase this stretch. Good. And then start rolling up through the spine, using your hands to help you walk up to an upright position.
Good, and shake that out. Excellent. All right, we're gonna lie down. So let's bring our legs, swing them around, and let's do a controlled roll down. So we've got the divine flesh out from underneath us, backs are straight. We're going to go through that lower back. We can shift and put our hands underneath our knees, and then slowly roll down by engaging the abdominals, going all the way down until you're lying on the floor. And just sort of do a little shimmy around for the whole body so you can come to a position that feels pretty comfortable for you. Good, arms are out at the side. We're gonna let the front knee bend to the side, foot comes to the floor, knee goes to the ceiling and to the other side. And now you have your feet bent underneath you, and your spine will lengthen out. And if you need to adjust the upper spine to accommodate that length, do. We're gonna take some circles through the hips with each leg. And we're gonna bring that front leg up so the knee comes to the chest. Now we're opening out to the side as this knee stays straight up to the ceiling. Drop it down as far as you can. Reach it out to the diagonals. Rotate it out and you straighten the leg. And then bring the leg underneath you. It comes back to a parallel position. And coming in. So that hip is getting a circle all the way out, and we're stretching and opening up through those hips in a slightly different way than we did before. We've got, again, knee to the chest, opening it to the side. We'll reach it out and along to the diagonal, and then underneath you, back to parallel position. Last time, knee comes to the chest, opening it to the side. Drop it down, stretch it out to the diagonal, and bring it underneath you and parallel. Bring that foot back up. Check to see that that hip feels and leg feels different than the one we haven't worked with. Let's take it to the other leg. So we're bringing that knee into the chest, carrying it to the side as this knee stays anchored up towards the ceiling. Stretch that back leg out to the diagonal, still rotate it out, and then come back into a parallel position underneath you. 3 more, we'll lift it up. Feel that circle that you're creating in the hip as you go to the side and then down and out, straight leg to the diagonal and parallel. 2 more. And breathe in, opening it out. Good. Drop it out to the diagonal. Excellent. And come down underneath you, parallel last time. Lift it up, carry it to the side. Opening it out, stretch it out on that diagonal and bring it underneath parallel and bring the foot up. Check to see that the legs and hips feel more matched and balanced. And we're going to reverse that. So that first leg is going out in that parallel, rotating out the long diagonal. Then the knee bends and comes up past the armpit to the chest. Reach it straight out. Rotate it out to that diagonal position. Bend the knee. Good. All the while, the other knee is staying upright to the ceiling because it's your anchor. Reach it out. 3rd one. Rotate it out. Feeling that opening that's happening in the hips now. To the side. Good. Up to the chest. And last time, stretch it out. Rotate it out. Good. Bend the knee to the side. Bring that knee to the chest. And foot down. Let's take it to the other side. Here we go. Back leg goes out, rotate it to the diagonal there, bend the knee towards the armpit, and then coming up into the chest. Repeat, reach it out, rotate, bring it out to the side, bend the knee, and come into the chest. 2 more, reaching it way out there. Good, rotate to that diagonal, bend the knee, feeling the opening that's happening in the hips there. Good, knee to the chest. Last time. Reach it out, rotate, bend the knee, lift, bring the knee into the chest, and here we come to our resting position. Excellent. We're going to take this whole pattern with a straight leg. We're gonna keep the back leg nice and parallel. So we're gonna bring this front leg up, it's straight, it's parallel, rotating it out. You're still keeping this knee in a anchor position, knee to the ceiling, so you're feeling a deeper stretch in the hip and the inside thigh. Bring it down to that diagonal position, which you're familiar with, and all the way down. Again, parallel up, opening it out. Here's the biggest stretch for you. And then coming down to that diagonal and parallel underneath you. 2 more. Lift it up. Carry it to the side. Good. All the way out. Drop it down. Come into you. Parallel underneath you. And once more. Lift it up. Carry it to the side. Keep breathing. And drop it down to the diagonal and underneath you. Now, we're going to come back to your resting position and we're going to reverse it right away on this side. And you can already feel that that hip has been used. So here we go. We're going to reverse that. Reach that leg out. Rotate it out. It's going to stay long as it goes to the side. Here we go. Again, a little bit more of a stretch. You feel some inner thigh work here as you bring that leg up to parallel towards your chest. And reach it all the way down. Control it. Reaching it to the side, out, lift, coming all the way up, still the knee, the anchor knee stays right where it is. We've got 2 more. So you really try to go slow and controlled, feeling what happens to the hip and the inside thigh, and lift, and come down. If your legs are slightly bent, that's okay. We're aiming towards straight legs. Reach it out, up, lift, good, and come down, coming back into your resting position. And let's just take a little opener for both legs. So bring your heels a little bit closer to you and just rotate the legs out, heels lift. And you're going to notice this front leg feels like there's more play there. You have an ability to open up to the side more because of the hip work we just did. And then come back up to your neutral position. Let's drop down, knees to the side, and go into the side leg and push ourselves up, and we'll go to the other side. Here we go, with those long leg circles. So our backs are straight. We're going to take that control roll down. Hands are underneath. We're engaging your abdominals, rolling down, trying to really articulate that spine, one vertebra at a time, into the floor, all the way down. Good. Bend that front leg to the side, foot to the floor, knee to the ceiling, and repeat that to the other side. And foot to the floor and knee to the ceiling. And notice if you need to inch out in that spine so that your back can be on the floor. So here we are, we're doing the long leg line here on this side. So we're going to stretch that front leg out, lift it up. Now we're going to rotate out as this knee stays as an anchor. You're feeling a stretch in the inside thigh here, coming down into your diagonal position, and then bring that leg into the parallel position underneath you, straight up. Carry it out to the side. Try to make a big circle with those feet so that you're really starting to utilize the warm-ups that we've done before to really open up those hips. Lift it up, carry it to the side. Your arms are not higher than your shoulders. They should be down at your lower rib area on the floor to help you maintain your positions, and your core is getting some work too. Lift, carry it to the side, breathe all the way around. Excellent. Come down, and then bring your knee into that bent knee position just for a moment, and see how it feels. See if you feel a little bit more balanced there in those hips. And let's take it to the opposite direction, so you're shooting that leg out. Rotate the leg out. Bring it to the side. Now here's where you can really feel some inner thigh work happen as you bring that leg into your parallel position. And then reaching out, holding out to the abdominals, trying to really control it. And then rotate it out to the diagonal, out to the side, coming around, breathe, and coming up over your head. 2 more. Reach it out, foot stays pointed. Rotate to the diagonal. Carry it to the side. Lifting it up and around, feeling some work in the hamstring there maybe, and reach it out. rotate out to the diagonal, carry it to the side, coming back up, foot comes over the head and comes all the way out and down. Drawing that leg up, bringing the feet a little bit closer to you. Let's rotate out once more. The heels are lifted off the floor and you're balancing on the outside toes there. Excellent. Feel that stretch that's happening there. Good. Let's come back to a neutral position with the knees straight up. You can keep your hands on your hips here and we're going to just roll up into a bridge. So again, we're articulating the spine in the same way. We're just starting from the lower part of the spine as we've been doing in the class. So from here, deep breath in. Exhale, curl the tailbone off the floor, hips come up. You're rolling through that spine, your head, neck, and shoulders might move, and let that happen. And just feel the ripple through the spine. Let's reverse that. So we're going down from the mid-upper spine, going through that lower back, keeping the hips engaged, lifted, and the glutes engaged until you get into that lower back and release. Again, we're rolling through. So we're rippling through that spine again. Kind of a theme here today. And the work we've been doing. And then rolling back down, keeping the hips lifted by engaging the glutes. Rolling back down through that spine and release. Let's take two more. And breathe. Each time it should feel a little bit easier and you feel like you're really moving through that spine. Really stretch up, maybe get a little higher and be able to get into feeling stretch in your neck. Coming back down. Now this time, let's continue and go into the opposite direction so we have an arch. So we're pressing our hips down, our tailbones down towards the floor. But there's space between our lower back and the floor there. We can put our hand through. And then again, let's go through, pressing the lower back into the floor. Now the tailbone lifts. So really articulating the spine, coming all the way up. You're going to feel your glutes are tightening and engaging. Good. And then rolling back down, one part at a time. And you've really been able to, by this time, articulate this spine in very easy opening through each of the vertebra method. Okay, and here we go to the opposite direction. So again, tailbones down, navel's up to the ceiling, and we've got a space there behind our back. Good, come back to a neutral position. Let's once again roll over to the side and push ourselves up. So the remaining thing that we have to do is really some more inside thigh work. Let's warm up a little bit with our legs out in diagonal, divine flesh is out from underneath us. We've got our back straight. We're going to just drop down and then lift up. This foot, this knee is staying in an upright position as your anchor, as you open up the inside thigh there. Good. Lift up and in. Lift up and out. Keep going. So we're really focusing on this right hip and inner thigh area. And we have one more. And in, lift, and out. Coming out to an upright position. Let's take it to the other side. Rolling in. Lift up. Now this knee stays where it is so you can get a little more opening in that inside thigh. And drop it down. Lift it up. And open. Repeat. And drop it down. Lift. Breathing. Open. Feel that inside thigh. Get a stretch and drop it down. Good. Lift up and open. Excellent. Shoot those legs out on that diagonal. Get the divine flesh out from underneath you. And let's just do a fold right from the hips in a flat back. So for some of you, this might not feel like much of an inside thigh work. For some of you, you may really feel this. Let's take that again. So our whole torso is going over into that flat back position and come upright. We've got two more. Feet are pointed, reaching out. Legs are parallel. Good. And come upright. And last one. Keeping that flat back position there. Good. And come up right. Okay, bring the legs together and shake them out. Now we're going to try and open up into a much wider position. So go to your extent that you can without compromising this position of your back. If you find yourself having a curved back, you're too far out with your legs. You need to bring them in a little bit more. But if you can, Keep pressing the hips forward, legs back. We're in a rotated out position. Your feet are pointed, and you should be feeling it right here. Now we're going to take our hands and put them down and do the same flat back, keeping the legs right where they are, not allowing the legs to rotate. And you'll feel a stretch in the inside thigh there. So we're going into a flat back, bending the elbow and leaning forward with the back flat, and you should definitely feel a stretch in the inside thighs there. And come back upright. Repeat. Roll the upper body forward, but the legs stay right where they are, feeling that stretch in the inside thigh, and come upright. 2 more. Opening out. Feel that lengthen through the spine as you stretch through the inside thighs, and come upright. And once more. Flat over. Beautiful. And come upright. Okay, let's flex our feet. Keeping the feet flexed, we're going to do the same thing and see if you can get a little farther over. So we're going to go over and see if you can get to your elbows and feel that flat back. And feel the legs going out to the side, maintaining that rotation. You should feel a stretch in the inside thigh. Coming back up. And out. Elbows go down. Try to keep that back flat. Pressing the legs away from each other. Good. And come upright. So this is kind of a micro motion for the upper inside thighs without making ourselves go into a forward fold. We can increase the stretch here sometimes more easily and more directly by just going into this flat back elbow hold, pressing those legs out, and come upright. And we're going to take that one some more. And here we go. All the way out. Feel those legs. Feel them press out as far as you can get them to go. Good. Excellent. And come upright. Let's point the feet. We'll take a side stretch. Once again, going back to what we started class with, those side body stretches, reaching out, lift up and over, and reach out, keeping both hips on the floor. If your knees are slightly bent, that's fine. But you still want to keep your hips on the floor as you go from one side to the other, trying to get a little bit farther out each time you reach. Good. And we have 2 more sets. Up, over, and reach. And you can feel this stretch happening not only in our spines, but in the inside thighs, because we're maintaining this position for an extended period of time. And reach, feet are pointed. Good. And last time, reach it out. Lengthen. Beautiful. And come up, over, and lengthen. Great. Coming upright, bring the legs together, shake them out. And let's come to a bent knee position. So today's class was level 1, stretch body awareness class, trying to help you open up all parts of your body. So hopefully at the end of the class, when you get up and go about the rest of your day, you feel like you're looser, that you're able to do things without pain or tension, and that you have some joy in your body. All right, here we go. Breathe in as arms come up, hands come together. Bring them to your heart chakra and give thanks and gratitude to yourself, to your body. If you like this video, please subscribe and like, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of the day. Take care.